Hey y'all, it's Ashley. Today we're going to be doing another Christmas Pinterest project. If you would like to see how to make a hot chocolate reindeer, look for my last Pinterest video, Project Pinterest number 1. I enjoyed making that video and I hope you will enjoy this one too. Today we are making this. Today's project is kind of twofold. First, we're going to be seeing how to make the candy mint tray. Second of all, we're going to see if it really works. According to the pen, this is not a hard project and doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients. It says that you need a bake sheet, which I'm just using an old pizza pan. That way, in case it gets messed up, it doesn't really matter. Parchment paper so that it really won't mess up your pan, and peppermints. The pen originally said that you were supposed to use red and green, I think, to make a better pattern. I couldn't find green in Winn-Dixie, so my plate's probably just going to be all red. My plan for this, and I really hope it works, is to make the peppermint plate, and then I'm going to make chocolate peppermint cookies to take to our Christmas party for my family tomorrow night. So I'm really hoping this will work. So the instructions say to make a mint candy tray, just arrange on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper and bake at 350 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes, then let completely cool at room temperature. After your party, break apart and keep in a candy dish. So first I'm going to put it on bake 350, and then I'm just going to let it start preheating, and now I will lay out my design on a tray. Okay, first we're going to take a piece of parchment paper. I've already torn off a piece since, yet again, I still don't have a tripod. And I'm going to put it on my pizza pan. I cut out a lot bigger than I had to, but I think that'll be okay. I might trim it a little bit before I put it in the oven. That way, hopefully it won't catch on fire. I've never really used parchment paper before. I'm guessing it's okay to be in the oven because it shows a picture on here with cookies baked on them. I'm just thinking paper and hot fire type stuff. I don't know. So I might probably trim it down a little bit that way, just in case it might catch on fire. Hopefully it won't. But anyways, so now I'm going to unwrap all of my peppermints and put them in a pattern. So as you can see, I've just been placing the peppermints in a kind of radial pattern. I'm going to keep going. So here is my finished design. I only used 1 pack of peppermints, so it's going to probably be a little bit smaller than I originally hoped. But I think it'll still be good enough to hold my cookies and good enough to see if this project really does work or not. So the oven just finished preheating, so I'm going to stick this thing in. It says to bake it for about 8 to 10 minutes, so the obvious answer is to cook it for 9. So I'm about to put it in, and then I will show you what it looks like after. Please excuse my dirty oven. I'm going to put it in the top rack, and then I'm going to set my timer for 9 minutes, and now we wait. Alright, let's see how it looks. Okay, it's kind of bubbly. Alright, so there it is. The last step says to let it cool. So we're going to let it cool, and hopefully it'll look better than it does right now, because right now it kind of doesn't look so good. So maybe it'll look better in a minute, so I'll let you see. So I think the tray has cooled enough because it's back to being hard to the touch again. Since I'm going to be using this as a plate, I'm going to probably keep it on the parchment paper. It does come up pretty easily, so that's kind of good in case you want to take it off of the paper. But since the pen also says that after you finish with eating the cookies or whatever off the tray, that you can break these up and make kind of like a peppermint bark brittle type thing. I'm going to leave it on here, that way it doesn't touch any dirty counters or anything like that. I would say that my review of this pen is that it does work, kind of. It ended up being a lot uglier than I thought. The pens I saw had them looking more rounded and pretty. Maybe if I kind of cut off the edges it would look better. But I think I'm just going to leave it as is. I do think it's a neat idea because you can give this plate away. I was doing the quote-unquote fingers. It didn't work out. But anyway, that way you can give this plate away and you don't have to worry about getting it back. That was kind of the plus side of this pen, was that you didn't have to worry about giving away ugly dishes or giving away dishes that you have to worry about getting back. It was just kind of a cool multifunctional plate that you can eat off of and eat whenever you're finished with what you have. So I would say that this does work. It just isn't as pretty as you would imagine.